Welcome to your 30-minute relaxation yoga session. We'll begin with our feet hip-width apart, standing nice and tall, long neck, sitting comfortably between the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back and down, allow those arms to hang beside you, palms face in. Go ahead and close your eyes, just allow yourself to better focus and center your mind right where you are. Notice the pressure through your feet, make sure that it's even and spread out through the toes, to the ball of your foot, to the heel. Even weight on each foot. Lengthening up through your body. Make sure those shoulders are back and there's zero strain on your neck, that it's sitting comfortably between the shoulders. And you're just developing that nice breathing pattern, full inhale through the nose, filling up the entire lung capacity, and longer exhale through the mouth or nose. We'll go ahead and add those arms so you can open those eyes, and we'll take a full inhale up and long exhale down. Doing that again, about 6 more full deep breaths, incorporating the arms as well. Feel the stretch through your arms, shoulders pressing away from your ears. Exhale, emptying those lungs. Again, filling up that whole lung capacity. Chest rises, belly rises, and then empty those lungs. Inhale, lifting up. Stretching those lungs, and nice long exhale. Again, inhale up, and exhale down. Okay, and our last one here, we're going to hold the arms up, shoulders pressing away from the ears. Find your focal point, and if you can, lifting off the heels. Those heels can lift a little bit or all the way up. Again, keep that steady breathing pattern. Careful not to hold your breath as you're focusing, and then gently press the heels down. Arms go down as well. This time, inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, tilt that left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, right side, whatever your range is. Inhale up, and exhale, chin forward. Arms come down as well. And then just circling towards your right, halfway to the front, and then halfway to the left. Back and forth, fully aware of the different muscles stretching. And again, just a half circle, shoulder to shoulder. And back to the center here, looking forward, everything aligned, and then exhale, turn to your right. Inhale, center, exhale, turn the head to your left, and back to the center again. Chin to the chest again, rounding the whole spine down. Arms are heavy. Wherever you can reach, those knees can be bent or straight. If your hands go all the way down to the ground, just allow the wrists to bend, palms face up to relax them there. Neck is relaxed, face is relaxed. And then as you get ready to come up, we're going to be pulling the abs in towards the spine, rounding the spine one vertebrae at a time, all the way to the top. And let's round those shoulders back. A few times here, feel the stretch, fully aware of your body. And then we're going to reverse for 3, full range, whatever that looks like. And one more. Incorporating the whole arm. Inhale, exhale, forwards. Inhale, open the chest and around. One more like this. And we reverse 3, matching the movement with your breathing. And one more time, up and around. From here, we're going to grab hold of your left wrist gently, tilting towards the right side. Stretching all the way from the neck down through the length of the arm. Switch, grab the other wrist and tilt your head to the left. Again, deep breathing. Equal weight through the feet, and then back up to the center. Go ahead and release those arms. Inhale, reach to the ceiling, slight arch back. Inhale, exhale, swan dive forward, flat back. Again, arms down to the ground, or you can interlace them like this. Knees can be bent or straight. Now, as you interlace your arms, just kind of let the upper body be heavy. You can also keep the palms down. So either way, there's the 2 options here, whatever's most comfortable for you. I really like to feel that release through the spine, increasing the space between the vertebrae. Coming up next with a flat back into chair pose. Hold for a moment or two, warming those legs, then inhale up, slight arch back, and then feet together into bent palm. We'll grab a hold of that right wrist and tilt to the left. Feel the stretch all through the arm, down the side into the hip. Breathing there, pressing the hip out. Back to the center, switch wrists. Grab a hold of the left, tilting to your right. Again, really press that hip out. Feel the whole lengthening through that side of the body. And on your next inhale, coming up and arms straight to the ceiling and then down. Go ahead and round those shoulders back a couple times. Check that breathing pattern for a moment. And then we'll prepare to go into triangle. Let's go ahead and take a wide stance, turning the right toes to the side. Inhale, arms out to the side, pressing the left hip, reach across the room, and then tilt those arms. So that right arm can rest anywhere along the leg. You can look up towards the ceiling if you need to relax the neck a bit. Keep it in line, just look down, and then you can look back up again. Using your obliques, you're going to contract that side there to lift you up. Reverse, reaching nice and high, up and out of the hips. Very nice, and dropping that arm down. All right, from here, let's bring it back to the center. We'll go into tree pose. So we'll take that right leg up as high as you're comfortable with. You can add the arms as an option. And if you're still working on developing that balance, feel free to keep that lifted leg, those toes still connected to the floor. So right around your ankles, fine. Eventually you want to bring that leg straight up here towards the hip. Just focus on your breathing. Your eyes are relaxed on one focal point. Nice grounded foot. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, lower down, and then go ahead and lower that leg down as well. Back to our wide stance, this time turning your left toes out. Inhale, reach those arms, press out through your right hip, and tilt. Looking forward towards that nice long line through the arms. And then looking down for a moment if you need to. Nice long neck as you rotate. Inhale back to the center, strong obliques or waist. Contract to lift you up, straight across, and then reverse. Feel a stretch on the other side. Lengthening up and out of the hips. And dropping that arm down now. Back to the center. We'll go to tree pose on this side. Lifting that left leg up as high as you're comfortable with. Finding the focal point, steady breathing. That'll help you balance. Adding the arms if you'd like to. Think about your core muscles. Remember, the core involves your abdominals, lower back, hips, glutes. So even as you're standing here, engage that standing glute, lifting up and out of your standing leg. No compression in the spine. Eyes are relaxed on one focal point, steady breathing. Inhale, lifting up, and longer exhale, drop the arms, and then the leg. Back to your mountain pose, then big inhale up, keeping those arms up high by those ears, sitting back into chair pose, holding a little bit longer this time. You can also bring those arms forward. Feel those legs warming, preparing them for deeper stretching. Hands to the center if you'd like to. You can glue those knees together, engaging those inner thighs. And then inhale, reach it up, slight arch back. And exhale, arms down, interlace behind you if you can, feet back to hip width. Soften those knees, so bend them just a little bit. And then we're going to fold forward, holding this nice stretch through the shoulders as an option. Now, as you fold forward, if you find this is just too much for those shoulders, let go of those fingertips and just let your arms hang down to the floor, just as we did before. Otherwise, just really relax into this nice shoulder stretch. Knees bent or straight. Deep breathing. Very gently release those fingertips, lengthening the spine here and reaching your left arm up to the ceiling. Now, as you do that, you're going to need to bend your right knee. That'll allow you to rotate a little bit further. Deep belly breathing. Keep lengthening, switching arms and switching those knees there. So extending the right arm up and then bending your left knee. Last deep breath here. Lengthen the spine a little bit further, all the way through the top of your head, and then unwind, hanging upside down here. Release the spine, and as you do that, go ahead and take a wider stance. Feet are parallel, lengthening the spine, opening up here. So same rotation with your body. Another variation is to place one hand, the back of your hand, on your lower back or on the thigh. Inhale, reaching up, drop it down. Again, lengthen before you rotate, always. Reaching, nice long line through those arms. And again, you have that option to take the arm onto the lower back or on the thigh, as you see here. Never forcing a movement or stretch. Be really in tune with your body. Lots of options. Inhale, reach it up and drop it down. Inch those feet and heels together just a little bit into a nice deep squat. Hands right above your kneecaps. So really sinking into those hips. Exhale, drop your left shoulder forward. Nice deep breathing, maybe about 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, right shoulder forward. Again, 2 or 3 slow deep breaths. Sinking into those hips, really pressing into those thighs to support the legs. And then nice strong legs to bring you back to the center. Next, we'll head over to one end of your mat, standing nice and tall in your mountain pose. When you're ready, nice full inhale, reaching those arms right up to the sky. Swan dive forward, flat back, knees slightly bent, and relax forward, increasing that circulation through the whole body. Bridging your fingertips, inhale, big step back with that right foot. We're going to keep the hands down on the floor for support. Feel the stretch through the legs, through the hips, strengthening that back thigh. Inhale, stepping forward and switch. Nice big step. Make sure you have a 90-degree angle with your front leg, long spine, aware of those hips and knees. And this time we're going to scoot that right leg back into plank. As we lower down, we're going to drop the knees first. Nice strong core, elbows glued to your side as you drop the chest. Next, reaching forward, inhale up, cobra, reaching the chest away from the hips, lengthening through those legs, strong abs to push you back. And let's rest here in child's pose. Take a moment to just breathe. Shifting forward, toes under, hips up into downward dog. First goal, flat back, so heels high, knees as bent as they need to be. You can also rock back and forth or walk back and forth through those calves. Nice stretch. Lots of variations. Feel the freedom to move around, do whatever you need to do to make each movement work for you, each pose work for you. If you'd like to, holding that downward dog, really lifting those hips up, pressing the floor away. And then on your next inhale, big step forward with that right leg. This time we're going to drop that back knee to the floor into a low lunge. Option is to lift the chest up here, still lifting up and out of those hips, keeping the compression out of the spine, really lengthening here. Nice deep breathing, keep that breathing pattern. And then shifting back, squaring those hips, lengthening the front leg, reach the arms up, and then folding forward. You can lay along the leg, or if you need to keep the chest up higher away from the leg, if it's too much, that's fine. Another option, flex, point the toes. Each time you do this session, you can change it up a little bit. Just be in tune with your body, see what you need. And then we'll shift forward again. Curl those toes under, back to your plank, and then stepping forward with your left, dropping the right knee back. And again, option, lifting the chest up, hands on your thigh for support. Nice deep breathing as you lift up and out of your hips, fully aware of the stretching going on. And then we'll shift back, square your hips, inhale up, and then exhale, fold. Nice stretch through the hamstring, through the spine. Breathing into it. The more intense the stretch, the deeper your breathing should be. Foot flexes and points to your comfort level. Inhale, lengthen, and then bending that knee forward, back toe under, this time stepping forward. Full forward bend, lengthening the spine, lengthening the legs. Nice stretch there in those hamstrings, through the back. Relax the neck, nice long neck. Bending those knees, coming up halfway, flat back, and then into chair pose. Hold strong legs, engage the glutes. And on your next inhale, lifting up, again, slight arch back. And then exhale, arms down to your side. So those muscles should be a little warmed up now. Check that breathing pattern. And then we're going to drop the chin down to the chest, round all the way back down, hands on the ground, and we're going to take things down to the floor. So down into a seated position, support yourself as needed, and then rounding all the way back, hugging those knees to your chest. Easing any tension in the lower back, knees rock side to side. Shoulders are heavy, head is heavy to your mat. Go ahead and place your hands on your kneecaps, using your arms to guide those knees around about 3 circles in each direction, and then reverse, easing any extra tension there in the lower back. The more padding or cushion you have underneath you, the more comfortable this usually is. Go ahead and gently place your left foot down, extending the right leg up, flexing, pointing, circling that ankle around a few times. It's okay if this knee stays bent. Now we're going to draw your left foot off the ground as you draw that right leg towards you. You can also use a towel here around your foot. If it's difficult to grab the ankle, you can grab lower on your leg like this. Just be careful not to grab behind the knee directly. Shoulders are relaxed. Go ahead and bend those knees, switching sides. Left leg up as straight as you can, flexing, pointing, circling. Shoulders, neck remain relaxed on your mat. And then let's draw that right foot off the ground, extending through the left leg. Again, grabbing onto that leg wherever's best for you. Your goal is for that left leg to be nice and straight. Shoulders are relaxed. All right, go ahead and bend those knees. Grab a hold of that right leg, left leg all the way out. This is such a great stretch. Really feel that lower back, hip flexors completely melt. The only muscles working here are those arms, holding that knee towards your chest. Check your breathing, allowing it to slow down. And then go ahead and release the right leg. Go ahead and grab the left right below the knee. And again, ease that lower back, hip flexor, shoulders, neck. Full inhales, longer exhales always. And this time we'll grab a hold of both knees. Nice hug. One final stretch like this. And then we'll place the feet back onto the floor, dropping those knees to the right and to the left. With bent knees, let those knees go wherever they want to go. You should again feel further release through the lower back, hips. We use those muscles through the core all day long in everything we do. Couple more here. If you want to hold to one side, this last couple, just let those knees drop wherever they want to drop and just breathe. And then you can go to the other side, of course, even things out. Let the knees be heavy, let them be wherever they need to. And then back to the center. Go ahead and hug those knees back in one more time. Then you can grab behind one or both of your legs to rock and roll up. All right, from here, let's swing those legs around onto the hands and knees into tabletop position. Nice long spine to start, contracting the abs as you round into cat stretch. Inhale, lengthen into cow. So slightly lift the head up, chin up. Exhale, round, tucking the tailbone under. Good stretch and mobility through the spine. Inhale and then exhale, rounding up, tight abdominals. And inhale, lengthen. Go ahead and sit back into your child's pose. And let's just melt into those legs. So completely resting over your legs, heavy. Feel the release through your hip flexors. Forehead on the floor. If it's more comfortable for you, you can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands or a blanket or a pillow, whatever you have with you. Another variation is to circle those arms around your side. Let those shoulders heavy. Stretch through the back of your shoulders as you do this. Elbows fall towards the mat as well. Next, grabbing hold of those heels, chin to the chest, and then lifting your hips off of your heels into rabbit pose. So as you keep hold of the heels and then round your back up, you'll be providing a nice stretch around the shoulders and back. Give special care to the neck. All right, coming back down here, we'll rest one more time into child's pose. Really take this opportunity to just be still. Nice deep breathing. Extending those arms out in front of you, we'll shift back into our downward dog stretch again. Really lifting those hips up to the ceiling, pressing the floor away from you. This time as your body is warm, really working on lengthening both lines. Engage the right glute to lift your right leg up. Lots of circulation happening here. And then we'll bring it through all the way into pigeon. So back leg stays extended. Your front right heel is right in line with your left hip. We'll just stay here. You can also lower down, resting, lengthening a little bit further. Or you can stay up on those forearms. Just allow your body to melt over your leg. Also be careful to keep those hips more square, so we don't want to be completely sitting on the right hip in these stretches. Left toes under, hips back up to the ceiling for downward dog. Press the chest towards those knees, then left leg up, three-legged downward dog. Feel that stretch, lengthening long through the toes. Engage those abs, pull that left knee forward, and again, now you're sitting on that left hip, left thigh, and your left heel is right underneath your right hip this time. You have those two options to stay up onto the hands, actually the forearms, or all the way down, laying over that leg. Melt into that stretch. Pay attention to where you feel the stretching going on, making sure it is stretching and no pain. On your next inhale, slowly walk yourself up. This time we're just going to swing that right leg around, sitting back on our hands, and let's just drop those knees to the right and left. Kind of relax the lower back a little bit here. So you're rolling over the glutes, easing any tension there. Scooting the hips back, let's extend the legs, reaching those arms nice and high and lengthening forward as you flex those feet, and then point. Melting over your legs. If you need to stay up higher, that's fine. Here's another stretch where you can use a towel, maybe a larger towel around your feet, and keep your upper body further away from the legs. Again, do what's best for you. Every day might be a little bit different. Abs pull in, round that spine up. Let's lean back on those fingertips, lift the chest high. Nice deep breath, pointing, flexing those feet. All right, go ahead and turn, face me. We'll sit with the legs crossed. This time, though, let's bring the knees out a little further, and you're going to let your left foot be in front of your right foot. Sort of align the heels, and then you can walk forward. As you do that, you should feel stretching through both sides of the hips and even through the outer thighs. You're welcome to stay here. Another variation is to walk in the opposite direction. So if your left foot is in front, let's walk over to your right. Try to keep those shoulders more square with the floor, and you'll feel the stretch intensify just a little bit. That's your cue to take the breathing a little deeper each time the stretch intensifies. And then we'll walk back to the center and all the way up. Let's switch feet. So now your right foot is in front, left foot tucked real close into the hips, and you can walk forward and just try to melt into this stretch again, continuing to slower breathing down, focusing on the stretching more than the strengthening. For another variation, walking the hands over to your left, intensifying the stretch through your right hip. Nice deep breath. And when you're ready, walk back to the center first and then support yourself up to a tall seated position. Knees bent, feet together, sitting very tall. Nice spine stretch to your left, deep belly breathing. Support your spine with your arm behind you, sitting taller and taller with each breath. Sitting taller as you unwind and twist to the other side, keeping those knees in the center, everything aligned. And go ahead and unwind here. Go ahead and support yourself up to your feet. And we're going to change the positioning of our mat against the wall. All right, so sitting those hips nice and close, and then draw those legs up onto the wall. Make sure, again, those hips are right against the base of the wall. Placing your hands on your outer thighs for support. Open those legs out to the side for reclining angle. At this point, you can leave your hands there for support in the stretch, or just lay your arms down beside you. This is a great way to stretch those inner thighs and hips while letting the whole length of your back relax into the mat. There should be zero strain in your upper body, and you should just feel that nice stretch through the legs. Again, use support to bring your legs together, soles of the feet together as you drop down, knees out to the side. And in this stretch, we'll hold a little bit longer as we slow things down. You can place your hands on your hips here, pressing away, or on your thighs or knees, intensifying the stretch. Continuing to take the full inhale through the nose and longer exhale through the mouth or nose. Aware of your whole upper body rested in your mat. And let's draw those knees together, a little hug there, and then we'll extend the legs back up to the ceiling for a moment. Arms beside you, shoulders are back, neck is relaxed as well. So here, just feeling all the blood kind of come out of the legs, going towards the upper body, feeding all of our organs in our upper body with blood oxygen, resting that body, hips, giving those legs a break. Allow yourself to enjoy this still time. There's no hurry here. Our breathing can be as slow as it needs to be. And let's slowly draw those heels down, knees towards the chest, roll to your side, and then you're going to scoot the hips away from the wall so that your legs form a 90-degree angle. There really should be no effort keeping your feet glued on the wall. Place one hand on your chest, one on your stomach, and just kind of check your breathing. Make sure that both the chest and belly are rising as you inhale and falling as you exhale. Getting ready to go into another great stretch for the hips. We'll extend the right leg, cross the left above your knee, and then draw that knee back in towards your chest, back to the 90-degree angle, and right away you should feel that stretch. If this is too much, keep the right leg extended. For a deeper stretch, tilt to the side like I do here, and you can hold there as long as you need to. When you're ready, come back to the center, extend the left leg, cross your right, and again, just hold here, left leg straight or bent. And if you want that deeper stretch, try tilting to the left, keeping the shoulders back. You might find that one side's tighter than the other. If so, I encourage you to hold that tighter side stretch a little bit longer. When you're ready, back to the center, feet rested on the wall there. So this should have no effort from you here. Another option is to rest your legs on an ottoman or a stability ball, anything where your legs are at 90 degrees and completely able to rest. We'll finish our time here with some active relaxation. So all that means is that you're laying still, but you're fully aware of your body in a relaxed place. Next, I'll take you through an exercise that'll help to slow your breathing down. All you're going to do is take a full inhale, and at the top of that exhale, hold your breath, and then slowly begin to exhale, completely emptying your lungs. And you can go through that a couple times, and then just return back to your normal breathing pattern. As you're laying here, taking these deep breaths, just allow yourself to be aware of your body in this relaxed state. Allow your mind to be still, as well as your body. Allow the length of your back to just melt into the floor, shoulders down the length of your arms. Zero tension. Slowly bring those knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice hug. Ease that back. And when you're ready, slowly roll to your left side. And we'll just lay here for a moment. Eyes are open, a couple more deep breaths. You are welcome to lay here as long as you'd like. Or if you'd like to, whenever you're ready, very slowly press yourself up to a seated position before you stand to your feet. As you go about your day now, or if you're headed to bed, try to continue that slow, deep breathing pattern. Thanks so much for joining me.